Guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a great knife to share with you today. This is the Benchmade Adamas, but it's not just any old Adamas. This is the Cruewear Adamas. I have wanted to get my hands on this since these came out, and I've just been biding my time. I was really fortunate. One came up on Canadian Knife and Gear, a great Facebook group, and I was able to get my hands on this. It does have a little bit of wear. You can see it right there, but I carry and use my knives, especially a knife like this is just begging for it. So I'm super stoked to have this, and this has got to be one of, if not the coolest Benchmade. There's a couple of Benchmades I like at least as much, perhaps even a little better, but this is great. And one of the reasons it's great is because they have made the edge geometry a little thinner. I had the D2 Adamas and I actually didn't like it. It was so thick that it was just too much. Like, it still needs to cut stuff. And so this is a big improvement on the original. Of course, the Cruewear steel really lends itself to this application, right? It's just such a tough, such a great steel for a real user of a knife. And so this is really fantastic. Now I feel like I want to add one more reason that this knife is so exciting to me, and that's because it fits my collection almost perfectly. So just to give you an idea, the knives that I love are, the 8010, the Recon 1, the Stitch. Where is my MSI? It's here somewhere. The MSI. I don't know if you're noticing a pattern here, but all of these knives have a lot of similarity. Manix 2 XL. This is cool because these are both in Cruewear, so that's really cool. What else have we got? What about the 8015? The Formax, of course. I have an XM18. I just don't have it here on the table, so it's gonna get mentioned in word only. Oh yeah, of course. Chris Reeve knives in Cosi, which is like the definition of hard use. The Drop Point large or extra large Voyager, again, such a great knife, so heavy duty. All of these knives just make me smile. Recently added the Swift 3. So you're probably picking up a bit of a theme here, and that's why this knife is so exciting to me. And so the first thing that people are going to complain about with this knife is it's big and bulky and overbuilt and hefty and kind of annoying to carry, but I'm so used to that. That's what I carry all the time. And so I will give you the specs. This is almost 9 inches. It's 8 15/16. The blade is a little more than 3 3/4 inches. It's got about 4 inches of cutting edge, 3 and maybe 7/8 inches of cutting edge. Even closed, this is a fairly substantial knife. This is going to be a little over 5 inches when closed, and it's going to weigh in at 6.4 ounces. Now, I will say this, 6.4 ounces for a knife of this size with this construction is not, to me anyway, that big of a deal. I sometimes carry this, and so, this is not too shocking of a weight. Now, I will acknowledge that I understand this is not going to be for everybody, but for me, this is fantastic. And if you're the kind of guy, maybe you carry something like this all the time, just something, a light duty EDC cutting tool, but you want something for camping, you want something for outdoor use, you want something easy to carry. Maybe you're hiking and you want something that's a little bit less onerous than a fixed blade. Those are all good reasons to pick one of these up. And even if you don't have that reason, it's just bloody awesome. So lots of good reasons to love the Benchmade Adamas, especially in Cruewear. And so wanted to give you guys a quick overview of this. Did I measure the grip area? If I didn't, I guess I didn't, but it's got tons of grip area here. Very positive traction plan. So if you need to back out and use it in a saber grip, you've got a nice ramp here. It also works well. I like when knives do this, by the way. at the beginning of the blade, it's just a full flat spine. So if you're going to use it like this, which I often find myself do, if I'm doing outdoor tasks, wood tasks, you know, kitchen stuff, I might be more likely to do this, but even with the pointer finger up there, you want somewhere for your finger to land. And so knives that have these big aggressive swedges on the top kind of annoy me for that reason. But this is really, really comfortable. Hammer grip is perfect. Saber grip, choked up saber grip. So the ergonomics are great on this. Very tough, very durable knife. These sort of overbuilt Benchmades have a heavier duty axis lock than the standard like Reptilians and stuff come with. So that's pretty cool as well. Overall, really, really great knife. And I have to say, I love when a company gets like stupid about something, right? I love when Cold Steel goes ridiculous with the size. I love when Microtech does this exaggerated ergonomic handle based off the Borka. I love when the Nkosi uses hardware that's so obnoxiously large that it's almost unjustifiable on a pocket knife. And so again, this really fits that just extreme type of over-the-top approach. And I love that Benchmade did that. And I will say, I'd like to see this from a few other companies. You know, I would love to see, this is not a cheap knife. And so I would love to see Civivi do something like this. They have what I would call knives that look hard use. Like they have, you know, a tactical look to them. They're bigger, but they're not built to uphold the kind of aesthetic they've got. So I would love to see, you know, Civivi, a number of other companies have done it. You know, CRKT has done it. Obviously Spyderco has, but there are a few companies that are popular now. Civivi, Riyadh has the T1000, but especially in the budget brands, the CJRBs, the Tenables, I would love to see some of those companies come up with something like this. So if you're excited by the same type of knives that I am, you can get something for, you know, under $100 or even right at $100 that's still stupidly, obnoxiously overbuilt. And that's, I think, part of the biggest fun about this. All right, thanks a lot for watching. I know I got into a bit of a rabbit trail there at the end. I do want to give you guys just a little preview of some of the knives that I hope to do comparisons with, because this knife, I think, lends itself to a bunch of comparisons, especially the Manix 2 XL. There's something on the blade there. Try to clean it off. So lots and lots of comparisons and discussions that I want to have around this knife, in addition to using it and carrying it. It's turkey season, so I'll probably be in the bush with it a little bit for that. And hopefully I get to use it for something as well. All right, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll talk to you soon.